So welcome to our Wednesday Creative Living series. I'm here at First Center of Religious Science. Tonight we are exploring blueprints for a thriving life. The things, the principles, the things that we have to do to thrive, because we've been created to thrive. And anything otherwise showing forth in our lives is not the reason for our being. And what are these blueprints? They're a set of ideas that help us live more fully and joyfully. We want to be expanding in leaps and bounds in every good direction. We want to live fully. We want to enlarge our territories and joyfully. Each week we come together as a spiritual community to share, to support, and to celebrate life's journey with one another. We are so glad you're here, and we invite you to join our family as we continue to grow and thrive together. We are thriving together. We are doing well together. So here is the question. Just how many times in your busy day do you stop and contemplate the meaning of life? With busy daily tasks, obligations, and responsibilities, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget to pause. Because we are always very busy. There's always so many things to do. Most times the 24 hours is no longer enough to achieve the things we want to. But in our treatments, we say we have enough time, because whatever we decree, we declare we would have. Yet in those quiet moments of reflection, we often rediscover what truly matters. We discover the purpose behind our actions, the values that guide us, and the joy of simply being. We're talking about blueprints for a thriving life. So taking time to contemplate life doesn't have to be anything big or special. We don't have to necessarily prepare for it. Even a few moments of mindfulness can reconnect us with clarity and purpose. It's about creating space in our hearts and minds to reflect on what gives our lives meaning. We're talking about taking our time to contemplate, to be mindful, to go with Him. And when we do this, we begin to live with a greater intention and fulfillment. Albert Einstein once said, "There are two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle." And this beautiful reminder encourages us to see the wonder in every moment and appreciate the deeper meaning in the ordinary. You can only see the wonder when you look for the wonder. It's always in plain view for those that are looking for it. So we want to recognize the richness and significance hidden in everyday experiences. There's always a reason for everything. Every experience we say is a teacher to us. We often talk about there's a pony in there. And it's only the mind that focuses on seeing that and looking for that would find it. We want to thrive in every area of our life. Often we overlook the small moments, seeing them as routine or mundane. But when we pause to reflect, we can uncover layers of beauty and insight. Sometimes we pause and we are not reflecting. But we want to pause and reflect and consciously channel our minds to the things that we want to see show forth in our lives. For example, of pausing and reflecting, for example, sharing a meal with loved ones can represent connection, nourishment, and gratitude. These are little things we overlook. But if we begin to be mindful of these daily blessings, we can see the miracle in always. A walk in nature can reveal the harmony and cycles of life, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all things. Even daily tasks like walking, cooking, or cleaning can hold deeper meaning when we view them as expressions of care, creativity, or service. It's so important for us as students of life and practitioners to begin to see meaning in every encounter. Because there's always a reason for every experience. By appreciating the deeper meaning in the ordinary, we shift from merely going through the motions to living with greater awareness. We begin to appreciate the little things, we live in gratitude and purposefully. In the midst of our busy lives, we often overlook the joy of simply being. Just simply being here and enjoying the moment. The joy of being here right now, what it does is that it allows us to reconnect with the present moment and embrace life without judgment or expectations. I just want to be here right now with no expectations, no judgments, and enjoy the fullness of life. And just appreciate the little things that you see around. Every beautiful furniture, every beautiful picture, every beautiful thing, your fingers, everything around, and just appreciate it. Appreciate even the scars, because they're mark that showed you what you've been through. So in these quiet moments, we truly understand the essence of living, where we can find fulfillment in just being ourselves, in just knowing that you are enough, that you are worthy, that thus far you have been through things and you are here, and you are an aggregation of all your experiences. Or free from distractions or demands. Like we get into a cocoon of the presence. When we let go of striving and doing, we discover deeper sense of peace and contentment in stillness. If we can always know how to still ourselves and be calm, we'll receive directions for all our questions, or answers for all our questions. There's so much that happens when we are still. When you are still, you would know. You will get direction, insight, answers. There's a profound beauty in simply being present, breathing. We can breathe with a knowing, with an understanding that we are breathing in life, the life of spirit, the life of God, the health, the abundance, the goodness of life. Can breathe in and believe and know that the breath that you're breathing, they are life to your body. They will strengthen every weak area of your body. if you believe it will come to pass, and as you're breathing in that life full of energy, you're breathing out everything that is working, that is not working for you. We're breathing, we're observing and feeling connected to the world around us without the pressure of constant action. You breathe in and know that there is one life, and that life is your life right now. That one life is complete, is whole. It's everything good. And you breathe it in, knowing you're breathing in the one life that you are part of. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but the thoughts about it. So be aware of the thoughts you are thinking, separate them from the situation, which is always neutral, which always is as it is. Most time we don't stop to contemplate the meaning of life at the office simply because it's not on the agenda. Of course, when we go to office, we have our work, our job to do. We concentrate and do it. Our focus is often on deadlines in the office, meetings, and to-do lists. When we get home, we are too tired or distracted by our daily routines to think deeply about life's bigger questions. Reflection tends to fall to the bottom of our priorities. We push it aside by the busyness of modern life. In fact, for many of us, the last time we paused to think about the meaning of life was during a solemn moment, maybe at a funeral or memorial service. That's often when we pause to think about life. When faced with life's fragility, in those moments of loss, we often ask deeper questions. Also, in times, difficult periods like illness, financial hardship, or personal struggles, as well as periods of milestones and achievements like birthdays, anniversaries, or reaching a significant personal or professional goal. This at times can trigger reflection on how far someone has come and what they want to achieve moving forward. These are times when we think about life, we reflect about some things because of the circumstances before us. But what if we didn't wait for those rare, heavy occasions to contemplate life? What if we don't wait for a funeral service to think about life, to contemplate, to reflect? What if we made space for it in the everyday moments to appreciate life's meaning and wonder while fully living it? What if we put it in our to-do list every day? To take a moment to reflect, to be still. It doesn't have to be a whole long time. We're talking about blueprints to living a thriving life. If we can put in our daily activities just a moment to reflect about life, to go within. As truth students, we can take a moment to reflect on what we are grateful for. We can start with that. Your health. Even when you're experiencing some challenges in your health, you can still be grateful for that. Knowing that healing, it's your portion and it's who you are. You can be grateful for your loved ones or even the potential that the new day holds. This sets a positive tone for the day. And just reflect, oh, what a day, what a good day. And build up your expectations for the day. What if we start being mindful of the simple yet profound blessings that come our way? Like a friendly smile. You probably do not know how much that would do to you. A beautiful sunset, or a moment of peace. We can begin to reflect on these things on a daily basis. And we definitely see the positive effects of this in our lives, in our productivity, and in our health, every area of our life, and clarity. Recognizing these small moments enhances our awareness of the universe's abundance. It's overflowing. Taking time to reflect doesn't have to be reserved for the hardest times. It can be a daily practice that fills our lives with more purpose, joy, and gratitude. As a matter of fact, if this is all the lesson is about, I think it's enough to know that we can take time out from our busy schedules to reflect, to be grateful, to be mindful, to be still, to breathe in and take in all the goodness that life has in abundance for us. What is this thing we call life? Can we ever truly comprehend its totality? Life is more than just the sum of our days and activities. It's filled with layers of meaning, some that we grasp and others that remain beyond the reach of our current awareness. The beauty of life lies not in fully understanding it, but living it and trusting the perfect unfolding path. Such that when we say, I know that I know that I know, we are declaring in faith, knowing that in all situations, only good would come out of it. In this teaching, every day becomes a great celebration of life. Every day, we are encouraged to recognize the beauty and sacredness of every moment, each moment, and to see life as an unfolding expression of the divine. Every breath, action, and experience reflects something greater, reminding us that life is not just something to get through. It's something to honor, cherish, and celebrate. Celebrate your life. Celebrate my life. We embrace the understanding that there is but one divine presence in the universe, a presence that permeates everything. There's never an absence. This oneness is not distant or separate from us. It is the essence of who we are. The one life divine. Each of us individualizes, reflects, and expresses that presence in unique and beautiful ways. Just as a ray of sunlight expresses the sun, we each express the divine because there is only one source, infinite power and intelligence that flows through all creations. We are expressions of the divine, and we express it uniquely in different ways, diverse ways, beautiful ways. Like Dr. Greg often says, where you are standing is holy ground. Because you are divine. You live in it, you move in it, and you have your being in it. So in celebrating life, we celebrate this oneness. We honor the divine presence within ourselves and each other. We recognize that our expressions of life are not isolated, but interconnected with the whole. As Rumi stated, you are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Look at yourself and know that you are whole, you are complete, you lack nothing. This realization brings a sense of unity, peace, and joy, knowing that we are part of something far greater than ourselves in every moment. As Ernest Holmes said, there is one life, that life is God, that life is my life now. It's a wonderful affirmation. There is one life, that life is God, and that life is my life now. In this teaching, we realize that we are always students of life. We are always learning more and more about ourselves and life. Life and consciousness are always unfolding, taking place through each of us. Life has often been compared to a game. Like any game, it has some ground rules to guide us. Just as a game has structure, strategies, and principles, life operates within a framework. We want to live that thrive, we want to thrive. These rules may not always be written, but they may appear in the natural rhythms of cause and effect, choices and consequences, and how we interact with the world and others around us. When we know these rules, it will help us navigate challenges and make better decisions in a game. Same thing with life. These rules aren't meant to restrict us, but rather to help us play the game of life with greater purpose, joy, and fulfillment. We can have everything good: joy, fulfillment, abundance. We know we are active participants in life. To live well, we need to learn the basic rules and remember that we are all part of something much bigger. I just have one or two or three rules. There's so many. The first rule of life is choice. We always have the ability to choose. We always have the ability to choose. Every person is born with the right to choose what they want to experience. The power of choice is part of our divine nature. We are free to think and choose, but once we make a choice, what happens is that we activate the law of cause and effect. What we think about and choose, we create in our lives. So while we have the right to think freely, we are to be mindful of our thoughts because they will shape our reality. In essence, what we focus on in our minds becomes what we experience. So it's entirely your decision what you want to experience. The universe works with us to bring our thoughts into action. So it's important that our thoughts align with what we truly want in our life. Another rule: life is reflective and always mirrors what we believe. What we truly think and feel about ourselves shows up in our lives. Our inner beliefs shape how we see the world, and in turn, the world reflects those beliefs on us. You see how everything about our lives is under our control. So if we believe in abundance, love, and possibility, life tends to show us more of those things. On the other hand, if we believe in limitations, fear, or lack, we often encounter situations that seem to confirm those beliefs. And we cannot overemphasize the importance of affirmations, because as we keep affirming, seeing the good, affirming the things we want, it changes a lot of things within us. It changes our focus. The universe will reflect those things that we affirm back to us. This reflection isn't about life being harsh or unkind. It's simply a natural law at work. Nobody is there is out to get you. Nobody's framing things up against you. It's a natural law at work. Just like a mirror, life reflects what we project. Again, when we shift our beliefs and focus on positivity, growth, and potential, we can change what life reflects on us. Again, it's entirely your choice, your decision. You have the power to do all that. Our outer world becomes a reflection of the inner work we do. As within is without, is seen on the out. As when they are said, change how you look at things, and the things you look at change. You see how much power that you have within you to change the course of your life. Along the way, we are free to make mistakes, and we will make mistakes. It happens. But the good thing is that we can make decisions. If we don't like the outcomes, we can choose again. If you do not like what you're creating, if you do not like what you are seeing, if you do not like what the universe is reflecting back, you can change it. Can go within. Life gives us endless opportunities to change our direction. In the game of life, our choices shape our outcomes. Number 3, we are responsible. We alone are responsible for how we use the laws of life, how we play the game, how we navigate life. Our responsibility. The laws of life are always at play. Whether we are aware of them or not, and our role is to understand and work with them consciously. No one else can control our thoughts, beliefs, or action. We can't blame others, our circumstances, or outside forces for the outcomes in our lives. While the external events may impact us, how we respond and what we choose to do with those events is entirely up to us. Again, we know that we are the creators of our reality. How we play this game, whether with wisdom, positivity, and intention, or fear, doubt, and inaction, determines what we experience in life. The beauty is that we always have the power to shift our approach, change our mindset, and make new choices. We can always change. Dr. Greg would say we can start our day all over again, anytime. As Viktor Frankl said, between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. In that space, is our power to choose our response. In our response lies growth and freedom. In life's journey, loving oneself, last one I'll talk about, is about loving ourselves. Loving oneself is a core principle that shapes our experiences and aligns us with the creative power of the universe. We're talking about thriving. Self-love is the key to a thriving life. Why? Because it builds a strong foundation of self-worth, confidence, and well-being. And that's why every Thursday we're always talking about loving yourself. Love, approve, and accept yourself just the way you are. Look in that mirror and appreciate everything. Love yourself. Appreciate the scars. They are beautiful. When we love ourselves, we make healthier choices. We set strong boundaries. And we courageously pursue our goals. Because you definitely will not want anything less of yourself. Because you love yourself. We always say that you are the most important person in your world. You are first. This inner love nurtures our emotional and physical health and attracts positive relationships and opportunities. By loving ourselves, we align with the universal law that reflects what we project. The positive energy from self-love draws abundance, joy, success into our lives. I have some affirmations for us here. As I look in the mirror, I see a powerful and worthy being who deserves love, success, and joy. I'm deserving of everything good. I release any self-doubt and embrace the powerful, loving person that I am. I deserve all the success, joy, and love life offers. With every breath, I align with divine power, which guides me toward infinite possibilities and a thriving life. Okay, I conclude with this story about the Garden of Life. A wise gardener once tended a beautiful garden full of vibrant flowers, fruit trees, and lush greenery. Visitors often asked the gardener how he kept the garden thriving and abundant. His response was simple: I give each plant what it needs to grow. One day, a young traveler came to visit. He admired the beauty of the garden and asked the gardener for an advice. How can I create a life as beautiful as your garden? The traveler asked. The gardener smiled and said, to create a beautiful life is like my garden. You have to do the work, nurture it with love, tend to it with care, and be patient with its growth. Some days you will need sunlight, moments of joy and warmth, and on others you will need rain, challenges that help you grow. But most importantly, you must set clear and meaningful intentions, understanding that whatever you care for and invest in will eventually grow and flourish. Are you giving yourself that time? Are you being patient with yourself? Are you running away from the challenges? So to live a thriving life, we have to care for our own garden, our mind, our body, our spirit. And we do it with love, with intention and patience. Only then will it flourish in abundance. And so it is.